Hello, welcome to the 199 Unlisted podcast. My name is Frank, and I'll be sitting here talking to you for a few minutes. As usual, I'm wearing clothes, I'm wearing crap. So we're back with my favorite person to look at, Tyler Spaghetti. This video is called Staying Safe on Social Media / Girl Talk. This is taken 3 years ago, or uploaded 3 years ago. It has 82 views, one comment, and she has 887 subscribers right now. Let's see what she has to say. I'm sure it's good. I mean, it's gotta be, but it's gotta be better than last video. Last video was trash. The last video she posted was probably one of her worst videos. Top three. No, it's top three because at least we went through it. Because there were two videos of hers we just stopped like 5 minutes in. Anyway, let's go.
Hey, what's up you guys? It's Tyler. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. Today, we're doing a girl talk video. I have one video.
Wait. I thought she wasn't a girl. I thought she said she was non-binary, female presenting, or in layman's terms, crazy.
I believe on this series. It's pretty old. I don't know if I'm gonna keep it up or if I'm going to like redo it because it's old. But anyways, I do want to like preface this. This is not just for girls. This is just the name of the series because I don't really know what else to call it. Also, this is a person. We're joined. We have an audience. But anyways, this is not just for girls. But that's the name of the series, so don't be
Shut up. Just shut up.
offended. Okay, thanks. Anyways, this is based on like your social media platform, like how you're using it. And I'm aiming this at like younger people because I'm sure if you're like 20 years old, which I don't remember like my audience. I have like demographics. I feel like they're around my age. So why does my hair keep doing this?
Who is watching this garbage? No one's watching this. I think for something to count as a YouTube view, it only has to go like 2 seconds. You know, like when you get views, it's not because they watched like 95% of your video. It's because it was literally 3 seconds of a video. Anyway, this video has 2 likes. No one watched it.
But younger people, I don't think they really understand how important it is to like be very careful on social media. Like very careful. Please be careful. I know like
I gotta stop you again. Okay, she has an OnlyFans account right now. I mean, like during this period of her life, she has an OnlyFans account. How is that being safe? It just doesn't make sense. A person with an OnlyFans account telling you how to use social media makes no sense whatsoever. But okay.
like nobody's parents are gonna teach them like how to be careful on social media because parents don't even understand social media. Maybe nowadays
What are you talking
they do
about?
because we're older, but my
Most of the people who use Facebook are like in their 60s. I remember when Facebook first came out, and I was in my 20s. And it was back when MySpace was still popular. And there was like a short period of time where like MySpace and Facebook were like really popular at the same time. And then people would make a Facebook account and they would go, Facebook is just for my real friends. and they were like, people take Facebook seriously. Only people I really know in real life I'm gonna add here. You would like add a hot chick. Well, I don't know you. I just add people I know on Facebook, but I'll add you on MySpace. Like what? It makes no sense.
parents, they didn't know shit. They didn't know anything. Oh, sorry. If cursing offends you, I'm almost 20 years old. Okay, so
You offend me. Your made up gender offends me.
okay.
Get on with it.
But anyways, let's say you're like in middle school or high school. If you're in middle school, you're young. Please be extra, extra, extra careful on social media. Like insanely careful because you are very young. You are very vulnerable, and you are putting yourself in a dangerous situation just by being on social media.
See, this is what I understand. When unless she's just making shit up, when she was in ninth grade, she was dating 30-year-olds. That's a pretty dangerous situation, I think. I think that's more dangerous than the social media stuff. This is the last person I want giving advice after all the things she said in her past videos about all the horrible decisions she's made and her Looney Tune view on life. That's like me making a YouTube video telling you why you shouldn't drink when I drink a bottle of wine every night. Like, it doesn't make sense. Like, you're not going to listen to me tell you don't do drugs. I don't want to hear anything from you about this. Uh, okay.
Um, I know none of y'all are gonna listen because I didn't listen when I got told this in like high school when we would have like meetings where they would be like, oh, if you have social media, make sure all your stuff is private. Please do that. I know you're like, oh, I want to be on social media and have like all my friends and have like a big following. Please be careful. Be careful. I really like I seriously recommend like being on private. I know you want to like have all these followers and do all these things.
This is the main character syndrome. So, I remember I knew, or I had a friend who had a daughter, and she had to be 11 years old, something like that. And she had like 15,000 followers on Instagram. That's not good. See, but that's what most people now. If you ask someone in middle school or high school right now what do they want to be when they grow up, they're gonna say, I want to be an influencer, I want to be a streamer, I want to be, or like, well, streamer, because I was gonna say like they want to do like esports, but whatever, that's kind of like streaming. So they're basically gonna say, I want to be a YouTuber, I want to be a influencer, something where you make money posting stuff online. And it's, mainly this main character syndrome where, you're making bank off your TikTok. You have 1 million followers, or you have your X account and you're getting you know, engagement money. I mean, these are valuable jobs. But the only problem with it. Oh, and then there's a lot of girls who want to be OnlyFans models, porn stars. And you can blame stuff like the Bop House, where there's a bunch of chicks, 18, 19, 20, whatever, and then they have guests on their show or their whatever YouTube channel. It's hard, it's just guests on their social media, whatever. And they'll bring in like 16-year-olds, and then they get a following, and then as soon as they turn 18, it's like people are you have people who are 18, 19, 20 grooming 15, 16, 17-year-olds to be OnlyFans models. Like, society is gone to hell. That's just how it is. But uh, the best advice you can give someone young about social media is just don't use social media. I mean, because I think having a focus of wanting a real job is a lot better for society, because this whole social media thing, it's all based on luck. There's people like Tyler Spaghetti who make the exact same videos who have millions of subscribers. I'm talking the same quality, same topics, but millions of subscribers. If you go on her social media, this YouTube channel with 887 subscribers is her biggest account. Her YouTube is small. I mean, her Instagram is small, and her X is even smaller because you know, first of all, looks wise, she a dime a dozen. She doesn't stand out looks wise. Okay, she's really skinny, so she doesn't have like a feminine body. So it's not like she could wear like a low cut top and show cleavage because that simps will follow, but she doesn't have that as an advantage. Uh, if you really listen to her, she says a lot of dumb stuff. So like her personality is not good enough. But either way, it still takes luck because, like I said, there's people just like her who have a couple million subscribers. So wanting to be a social media person is just the worst goal. That's something you should do as a hobby because once again, it's based on luck. And so if you get followers, okay, then go with it. But you know, uh, I would like it. Society would be.
Who has nothing, nothing but time, but I don't want to use the time. I'll sit in my bed and cry.
Yeah, I have her as my ringtone. Anyway, let's continue.
If you're a child, just know that this old man, this random old man, he could be stalking your account, finding out where you are, where you live, who you hang out with, all of that stuff. And he doesn't even have to follow you. He can just stalk you whenever he wants. Anything you post, anything on your story. If you're like public, if your account's like public and you're posting on your story like where you're at, like right when you're there.
Well, but why are you doing that? I'm just saying, like, why? See, that's the thing. Like, you can't. Okay, I'm going to McDonald's. I need to live stream it. Like, I don't know. There's just what she should say is don't have the main character syndrome where like you think your life is so important that you think people are like, oh my god. Like you don't need to constantly every time you do something different, you don't have to update it right there on social media. But at the same time, a lot of female streamers who have a parasocial fan base do that though because that's how people like people live vicariously through them, and then people think, oh, I'm hanging out with them, even though you're not. You're just crazy. I don't know. It's weird to see, like, because women have a different than men. Like a female social media person, most of her, because once again, it's not based on her personality. The reason why men are the biggest streamers and social media people is because they have to be entertaining. They have to actually put something out there that's of value. It's just how it is. You know, there's like some talent behind it. Girls can fall back on their looks and on the simp culture. Like there's like why do you think Pokemon, whatever is a vapid human being? Okay, just I she's in her mid 30s. When she doesn't wear makeup, she's a solid 4, I'd say. She has the body of a single mom of a biracial baby. But anyway, but there's a big part of her fan base who like her because of her ass and because she shows cleavage and because she has nice feet. That is the main reason why she has a fan base because it's not about what she says. And there's people who donate money to her, and their comment is like, "I love you," or I hope this makes you happy. Like, just as weird losers who like her, and it's the fan base is just single dudes who just are parasocial idiots who follow her. Do you want that?
Please be careful. Please do it on like a close friends list with like people that you know won't kill you. But if you're like 14 years old posting on your story, like, I'm in the Target at this location right now. Like, that's
But
dangerous.
who
Like,
does
please
that
be
though?
careful. You could have this
Who
old man. I
does
know you're
that?
like, oh, it won't happen to me. It could
And why
very.
are you saying old man? The biggest perverts out there are women. Every story I've heard about a high school teacher with a student has been a woman. I swear the last 20, at least the last 20 viral news stories of high school or just school teachers with kids has been women. I don't remember. No, I'm sure there's been one recently, but I don't remember the last time I heard a story about a male teacher being with a student. I don't remember the last time, but man, there's been about 20 plus female teachers. Okay, and then we just got that story about the Saturday Night Live cast member like pulling down a 6-year old's pants at day camp or something. Like, I don't know, like women are the real perverts, you know?
Very much happen to you, and you might not even know. You might not even have any idea what's going on because he could just be this man or this old lady or this old person just stalking you, and you would never know. You would never know. It could be, let's say you're a freshman, it could be this senior dude stalking you. Anything can happen.
I remember when I was in high school, seniors and freshmen dated all the time. That was common. See, but her worldview is warped because anything older now to her was creepy because when she was in ninth grade, she dated all those guys in their late 20s to 30. See, her parents failed her, and now she's overcompensating. Because I'm sorry, like seniors and freshmen dating was like the most common thing in my high school. It was pretty common, and there was a lot of girls in my high school who were all grades were dating guys in their 20s. It was just normal. So I don't know. I don't know. It's just weird because I remember like I was friends with this girl in 10th grade with that, so that's like 15 years old, and her boyfriend was like 23. And like her parents knew about it, and like the boy would come over for dinner all the time and stuff. Seemed like a completely normal relationship actually, but I don't know. I guess you could take it by case basis, but overall you don't want that. But I just remember being in high school, there were at least, I mean, I can name them all, but there's at least like 15 girls that I knew that were, and what grade was that? I think that was 11th grade. When I was in 11th grade, there were about 15 girls in my class who were dating guys who were 20, like 19, 20, 21, and they were like 16. But I don't think like, I think that's normal though. Cuz like they're like this the same like the same life path, you know.
So please be careful. Be private if you can. Again, I know, like, when I was in middle school, I was like, oh, I want all these followers. Like, I'm gonna follow everybody. I'm gonna be posting all this random crap. I got myself into so much trouble. So I'm just saying, like, from personal experience, please.
No, no, no. You would have dated those older men whether you're on social media or not, because you didn't have parents. See, that's another thing. If you have parents, you're not doing weird stuff on social media. Like, if your parents are good, you're not going to be 14 years old posting everything. You're just not going to be doing that. And this is another example of someone who screwed up, who's comparing their life to everyone else's, but you can't do that because the average person's not like you. They're just not. So, but okay, give your advice.
Please be careful. Don't like message random people. Don't respond to random people, especially if you're a female. Be careful.
Why is it different if you're female? That makes no sense. See, w- women are worse than men because the women get away with it. I used to work with a guy, and I remember when I worked with him, he was like 24, and his wife was 34, and and he said he met her when he was 14 and she was 24. He said they started dating when he was 14 and she was 24. I think that does cross the line. But I've never heard a man tell a story. Yeah, I was like 25, she was 13, I've never heard a guy say that, but I've heard guys say they were 13 and she was 25. I've heard that story a few times. It's because women get away with it.
Be careful. Don't like put your age in your bio saying that like you're 14 years old. I swear you're
Because if you don't put your age in your bio, no one's gonna be able to tell because your picture. You give horrible advice.
please be careful. Please be careful. But besides that, I could go on a whole like other rant on like how to like be safer.
I see why this
like
video
on
only has 2
your
likes
Instagram or
and 1
if
comment.
you have Snapchat, that's even worse. Kids get into so much trouble on Snapchat. Like,
What are you talking about? Once again, comparing everyone to her life, her unsupervised life when she was in that age bracket.
oh my god, like, please be careful. Um, but yeah, be careful.
Okay.
Anyways, whatever you post on social media, it could be a joke, it could be a meme, it could be whatever. Just know, if you are public, anybody can see that. Your mom can see that. Your dad can see that. If you are public,
So do your parents know you do OnlyFans? So that's what I understand. Like, you have an OnlyFans account right now at this point in your life. You have an OnlyFans account. So aren't you worried about your parents seeing that? I mean, like, why would they see it? But
just think. Would my grandma be upset if she saw this? Now, I don't know if anybody's grandma uses.
but you have an OnlyFans. So would your grandma be upset? Why is this person giving advice?
Social media or understands it. Mine don't. Again, I'm 20 years old. Maybe if you're like 12, I don't know how old your parents or your grandparents are, but they probably understand social media more than my grandparents would or my parents would. But they can find you very easily, especially for public, if you use a phone number, sometimes email. Like, they can easily find you and they don't even have to look because it'll pop up in like the recommended, and it's like, oh, you don't even have to have your name in the profile. If they click on that account and they see you being a little scandalous 12-year-old, like, it could end very bad.
This makes me wonder what the hell she was doing at 12 years old on the internet. Probably something weird.
You get yourself in like a lot of trouble, even with like school. See, he walked by. He didn't even like give me a weird look. I love that. I love when people walk by and they mind their business. Anyways,
You're a stupid bitch. You know that? You really are.
um, if you want to be like a little scandalous person, I understand. Do I recommend that? No. It's not good for you.
You do OnlyFans.
Who are you trying to portray? Like, oh,
What the hell?
I'm 12
is
years
so
old. I'm
weird.
doing all the drugs. I'm going out all the time. Like,
How many
I know
videos
that
have
makes
you
you look
done where you
cool,
bragged
but
about smoking pot?
when you're like 20 years old, looking back on that, you're gonna be like, I'm cringing. I'm cringing so bad. And I'm trying to get comfortable because my wrist is like painful. But again, I'm saying this as a person who, when I was a young teenager, I was online posting me smoking, posting me drinking, thinking that would like make me look cool. It doesn't.
No, it makes your parents look horrible. That this is the whole. She is a great warning, a great example of what not to be. And this is a great lesson to parents. If she had parents who were there, she wouldn't be smoking, she wouldn't be drinking, she wouldn't be dating adults in her early teens. Everything she is saying right now is just making her parents look bad. Because it's really not making her look bad because she's not that bright. Like common sense says, you know, um, don't film yourself doing illegal stuff. But whatever.
It does not. It's not cool. It doesn't look cool. When you're 21 years old, you're gonna be like, what the hell's wrong with you? Why did
Actually, it does look cool. Actually, it doesn't matter if it looks cool or not. You know, when I'm when I'm reacting to a video and I'm drinking, I'm just drinking because I happen to be drinking. I'm not drinking because, oh, this is going to look really cool in this YouTube video. So it's the mindset too. So she had the type of mindset where she thought being pictured drinking and smoking was cool. She doesn't think it's cool anymore. She's changed.
you do that? That's not cool.
Okay.
You're not cool.
You say
Okay?
so.
You're not, I promise.
Sure.
Um, you know, it's kind of like when you're in school, you're like, oh, this is the cool thing to do because everybody's doing it. Everybody's smoking. Everybody's drinking. I'm going to do it too, and I'm going to post myself doing it. But then those kids that see you doing that and they think you're so cool, when they grow up, if they still know you, they're going to be like, you are a wild kid and you were just posting that online for everybody to see. Like, that's kind of weird. It's kind of weird, dude. I don't know about that.
I don't know. I think it's more weird to care what other people think about you too. That's what I've noticed. A lot of people. Well, because remember, this person is a sheep. Okay, so she does have the mentality of like, I need 5 boosters. We know that about her. So and I don't know. See, I think I'm saying I think this, I don't know, but I think the average person is very well. I maybe it's split down the middle because it's like you have a lot of people are very individualistic, especially with the social media. Like all the people who are constantly doing their TikToks, their Instagram, they're very individualistic. Okay, and take the politics out of it. Just very individualistic, and the reason why they're updating everything and taking all these pics and posting all these videos is because they think they're the one that is, I guess, famous in their own mind. Okay, and then you do have people like you who just want to fit in and fall in line and just do what everyone else is doing. But I think that is a very, not a very, but I think that is a smaller percentage. And then I'm basing this on, like, with all the COVID stuff, because, like, you had the people who took the 6 boosters, and then you had the people who are pure blood. And it came off to me that there was more people who were pure blood than, like, taking booster shots. And if I remember correctly, I think it was only 30% of the population took the COVID shot. So, like, those are the sheep. Those are the people who, like, do stuff because it's cool. But the average person is very individualistic. They're very I can think for myself. And then, you see how things are trending. Like, celebrities' opinions really don't matter anymore, and they're actually the celebrities that are, like, really famous keep their opinions to themselves. Like, look at Brie Larson. Brie Larson has made a comeback because she's kept her mouth shut. Remember, Brie Larson started this woke bullshit. Like, I don't want to hear the opinion of what is she, like, a 40-year-old white man, or I don't want to hear an opinion of an old white man. Like, what? She became the most unlikable celebrity ever, which is why her Marvel movie Part 2 bombed, and they actually rewrote the movie that put more people in it because she was so unlikable. But why was she unlikable? Because she kept saying dumb stuff. She shut her mouth, and then people started liking her again. Whatever.
So just be careful.
Okay, we get
Just
it.
be careful.
We get it.
Watch what you post.
Okay.
My school
Oh god.
found what I was posting on Snapchat. So, and that was back in what, like 2016?
No. It wasn't your school. Someone didn't like you and showed a teacher. That's what happened.
2015. Think about what they can do now. They can find so much. They can find everything. They know exactly what you're doing. They will find you. They will find you.
And
I swear.
God.
You don't even have to know about it. They can find you.
Okay, we get it.
And they just won't tell you about it. And then you have to live with that. Just saying.
Wait. They're not gonna tell you that they found you, but you have to live with that. Once again, we're basing everything on your life, and so you got in trouble for being 13, posting pics of yourself drinking and smoking because some classmate that didn't like you showed the teacher, and, like, by law the teacher has to tell when they see a student doing illegal stuff like that. Well, in most, as far as I know, it should be every state, but I know here in California, like, if a student's online doing illegal stuff, they have to tell. But whatever.
Please be careful online because you can get yourself in a lot of trouble at a very young age, and it's not good. Don't do it. Be careful. This is your life. You're putting it on the line. If you want a, like, good job, watch yourself. Watch yourself.
Then why do you do OnlyFans?
We understand, like, way more about the internet now, and it's like, it's so easy to find, like, where somebody lives or where somebody's posting. So again, be careful if you have a public account. If somebody really wanted to, if they had, like, the skills, they could find exactly where you're posting. Like your house. They can find your house. They can find your address. They can find everything. So, if you're public, you're 13 years old, you have, like,
I know
alone time in the house.
this whole thing doesn't make sense. So, I'm 13. I'm posting. So the person, I'm gonna get kidnapped because now they know where I am. Like it's I understand why this video has 2 likes and 1 comment. I understand because it's so stupid. Every single major streamer on Twitch right now, everyone knows where they live. Everyone knows where Asmongold lives. Everyone knows where Hassan Dog Shocker lives. I don't get it. What's I don't know. This sounds like sensationalism. You know, you're just and if you're a kid watching her taking her advice, I mean, I hope not. Jeez, I don't know.
Please be careful. Okay? It's a dangerous world out there. Y'all have probably seen it. If you haven't seen it, watch up some predator poachers, or I think they were really bad actually.
Yeah, those videos a lot of times are fake, and I've seen some of those videos where they arrest the people setting up the predator. I've seen videos like that where like they, you know, you know the premise where like like one guy pretends he's like a little girl, and then some guy comes to meet up, and then they pin the guy down. I've seen those. I've seen that happen, and they arrest the guy who like pinned him down. Like I saw this one group get arrested for kidnapping, and of course it's the usual suspect. It was like a Muslim guy, um, the Middle Eastern guy, and so like they're like, "Oh, so you came here to meet a 13-year-old girl?" It's like, "No, no, no," and he's like, "Well, we have proof that they showed the text message," and so they jump on him, pin him to the ground. I think they tie his arms up. They call the cops. Cops like, "Yeah, you gotta let him go, and you're under arrest for blah 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 blah." Got the guy on like battery, kidnapping, just yeah, whatever.
He's really good. Justin Payne's really good. And Anxiety War, he's awesome. They're both really good. But yeah, look into them. Look into like some more murder stories of like kids that posted on Instagram, and then they like met up with their friend online, and then
Oh
their friend
God.
like kidnapped them or killed them or was really just creepy in general. Don't meet up with strangers on the internet. Don't do it.
Who is taking
Don't do
life
it.
advice from you?
No.
Why would anyone take
No.
advice
Don't
from
do that.
you?
Why do you want to do that? Don't do that. You don't know who they are?
I don't know who you are.
If you do meet somebody,
Oh,
tell your parents.
God.
I know it's like, why would I tell my parents? Do you want to die? I know I'm being dramatic. Like, obviously, you're not just gonna die every time you meet somebody, but it's such a risk. You don't know who you're talking to. You never know.
You've taken 3
So,
booster shots. Who cares what you have to say? I mean,
please be careful. It terrifies me. Like, if I had a kid, I don't want a kid. I kind of want a kid.
Dude,
But I
wait,
don't.
wait. How can you have a kid when you're not a woman? Just saying. Okay.
I don't want a kid, but I want a kid, but I don't know. I had some man.
We don't want your genes in the human gene pool. Okay? You should not have kids. Please do not have kids.
Posted a video once saying like why I don't want kids, and this man was like, "You're gonna be 40 years old, like having a million cats and eating ice cream, because I don't want kids." And I remember that. I remember that comment. But
Sounds
anyways,
like me.
no. If I had a kid, I would be freaking terrified. First of all, the world in general sorry, I don't want to be on a rant about like why I don't want kids, but
Yeah, just hurry up and end the video, please.
if I had a child
Just end
that
the
was
video.
like 11 years old,
The reason why you can't have a child is because you had horrible parents. You've made horrible decisions. You're still making horrible decisions. Like, we don't need you raising human garbage that's just going to go out and mess up the world even more. And you live in Florida. It's great in Florida. You have a Republican governor, no state taxes. Like, you're living in a really good place and you think it's horrible. So that right there shows your mentality.
I'd be freaking terrified. Like, my kid's not having a
Oh my
phone.
god, in this fucking
No.
video.
I know it's like, your kid's not gonna have a phone? No. At least not at 10, not at
Oh
11.
my god.
Y'all are too young. Like, you can't fully understand the danger that you're putting yourself into by literally just posting on Instagram.
Just get your kid a flip phone.
Publicly, at least. If you have a
See, this shows you her low intelligence. Uh, because nowadays you probably want your kid to have a phone because it's just like a little flip phone, so in case there's an emergency. She's thinking, well, I'm not gonna get my kid an iPhone. But once again, this is not a smart person.
private account, you do you. Do you think? I don't care. If you're 14 years old, publicly posting on Instagram, I don't care if you're a girl, if you're a boy, if you're a person, whatever you are, um, people can find you.
You've
Anybody
said
can
that
find you. Your family can
65
find you. A stranger can
times.
find you. A murderer
How
can
many
find
more
you.
times are you gonna say someone can find you if you're 13 years old? How many more times are you gonna repeat the same shit over and over?
I'm just saying, like,
Oh
please be
God.
careful. It scares me to like think about like what I did as a kid, like on social media and where that got me, like all the bad situations that got me, and it scares me that some kids are gonna do that also, just to like look cool or feel cool.
Yeah, it's scary when you have
Be
bad
careful, y'all.
parents. You had bad
Anyways,
parents.
I'm gonna go. That was the end of my rant. I'm going to film another video, I think. I think I have time. Yeah. So if I look the same in that,
No, no one cares.
that's a mess, okay?
Fuck.
I don't know. I have a Subway shirt in the back of my car. I don't work at Subway. Ask me to explain that. I
You
won't.
you hooked up with
But
someone.
welcome to my adulthood
Yeah,
adventure.
yeah. You have
This is
sex in the back of
where
your car.
posting on Instagram and Snapchat at such a young age got me.
That's
Look at
why
my
she has
freaking back of my car.
those
Do
blankets
you
and
want to be
stuff.
like me? No.
She had sex in the back of
Anyways,
her car.
I love the idea of this series where I just kind of like give advice, but I don't know like what else I can film. There's kind of like the obvious like girl talk stuff, but I don't know. Maybe I'll post more on this series. I was just kind of bored and I thought of this randomly. But anyways, I'm gonna go. I'm going to film another video right after this, and then I don't know. I'll see you next week, probably. Bye.
So glad that's over. Yeah, we're in a rough patch with Tyler Spaghetti. Really rough patch. The past couple of videos have been horrible or just bad. So, hopefully the next one's better. Let's hope. Anyway, have a good Monday, have a good Tuesday, have a good Wednesday, have a good Thursday, have a good Friday, have a good week, have a good weekend. I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.